DTR, Define the Relationship, Part 1. Here we go.
Close your eyes. No, really, go on, close your eyes. Picture your closest friends. When did you meet? What do you love about them? Picture the last photo you took with them or the last time you hung out. Why are they your closest friends? Now, keep your eyes closed. Go back in time a little bit. When you were maybe, God forbid I say, less mature. Picture that one group of friends you had that always seemed to have issues. You started out as best friends, but ridiculous things pulled you apart. Drama, pressure, chaos, you know the ones. Perhaps the friendship went something like this. Today in the kitchen, we are making a friendship drama sundae. Step 1. Start with 2 scoops of ice cream to represent 2 best friends. Together forever. 2 scoops of BFF. Step 2. Let's heat things up and pour on the hot fudge. Crank up the heat as high as you can because this hot fudge will test this friendship real good. Burn, baby, burn. Step 3. As the fudge cools, gossip about the sundae. Write mean things about your sundae in a note and pass it to someone other than the sundae. Make sure the sundae sees you giggling and passing the note. Step 4. Host a birthday party and do not invite your sundae. Pour salt into the wound by laughing about it and pouring salt onto your sundae. Step 5. Since more people have been added to this drama, add more scoops. As the drama spins out of control, so should the amount of scoops in your dish. Your friendship was based on ice cream, but by this point you can add any and all scoops. Don't discount your canned meats. Step 6. Top your friendship with fake apologies.
Sorry.
The idea is to make your friendship sundae look pretty, but taste pretty awful. Use inedible things like glitter, thumbtacks, or glue. Step 7. Ask your sundae, are we still friends?
Are we still friends?
If the answer is no, complete with cherry. If the answer is yes, find an item the sundae values most. Break it in front of the sundae. Insist it was an accident when it clearly wasn't. Then complete with cherry. Build your friendship sundae with this kind of drama and it will quickly melt into bitterness soup.
And the first thing we're discovering today is friendship. It's the value of friendship. And we're going to read one of my favorite passages in the Bible is from Ecclesiastes 4 from verse 9 till 12. If you've been to any weddings, you've probably had this like 20 million times. Hopefully you've not been to 20 million weddings. But if you've been to any wedding, this is the verse that is always preached. But I think we've actually limited it to just weddings, where I think God wants us to know something here, that it's also very important in our relationships with our friends. And it reads like this: 2 are better than 1, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Also, if 2 lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Ooh, I don't know if that one is about friendship, but we'll discover it together. Though one may be overpowered, 2 can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. In verse 9 it says, 2 are better than 1. If you are anything like me, you're probably thinking, well, not necessarily. Like, think about it in a group project. When your teacher gives you a group project, if you are the guy that does 99.9% of the work, you probably think, hell no, 2 is not better than 1. Like, I do all the work, you should see my other half, he never really does anything. But if you're the guy that doesn't do any of the work, that only comes afterwards to give out handshakes and saying, oh yeah, we did well guys, great work, and they didn't do any of the work, you're thinking 2 is definitely better than 1. And you're like, I am not the 1, they are all the 2. When it comes to friendship, 2 is better than 1 when you choose your friends wisely. So, Number one is that choose friends that make you better. Choose friends that make you better. I want you to think of 3 people that are closest to you. 3 people that you think, these are my close friends. Okay, you're thinking about them. You have the picture in your head. Sweet. Now, can I ask you a question? Do you like who you are when you're around them? Maybe an even better question, do you like who you are becoming when you are with them? Would you look at those people and say, these people are making me better? Are they pushing you towards the goals and the visions and the dreams that you have and the plans that God has for you? Or do you feel like you have to compromise, you have to conform, you have to do something that you are not comfortable with when you are around them? Are those people that you call your closest friends making you better? Craig Rochelle says it like this: your friends are your future you. Another way to say it is that, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Studies show that you will become like the people that you hang out with. Have you realized that when you start hanging out with someone so much that you actually start taking some of the stuff that they do? You might even start talking like them, acting like them, even go as far as dressing like them, and you guys are walking down the streets and you all look like twins? No, that's too far. You don't do that. I know you don't do that. But you become like the people that you hang out with. So are the people that you hang out making you better? Do you like who you are when you're around the people that you call your closest friends? And the second part of this is that we need to become someone that makes others better. You see, if we stop at just choosing the people that make us better, then we buy into this cultural thing that people are simple tools to be used for us to get what we want. As long as it's about me and they making me better, I don't need to change. I can just be whatever I want. But actually, God has called us for something more than that, to be people that make others better. I have to become the kind of person that make others better. I have to take the ownership and take a conscious decision that when it comes to my friendships and when it comes to the people that are close to me and the people that are around me, I'm going to be a kind of person that make others better. And you can make that decision today to be a person that makes others better. Here's how you make others better. Number one is that we stand in another's weakness. We stand in another's weakness. It says in verse 10 that if one of them falls down, then the other can help the other up. But pity to the one who falls down and has no one to help them up. Can I ask you this? Are you the kind of person that stands in other people's weaknesses? Are you the kind of person that helps your friends up when they are weak? Or are you the kind of person that rejoices when you see your friends fail? You see, making others better means we stand in their weakness. When they fail, we are with them. When they need help, we are with them. We're not laughing at them. We're not making fun of them. But we're saying, we are your friend and I am here with you through this time. One of the things that break my heart is seeing videos on YouTube and people would laugh at someone getting bullied or people fighting or whatever. I'm like, who is going to stand in those people's weakness? We all have weaknesses. And we all need someone to help us in those moments that we are weak. But more than that, we need to become people that help others in their weaknesses. We need to become people that are not laughing at people's weaknesses, but actually we're helping each other up. But you can make a decision today to go against the culture, to be the kind of person that stands in people's weaknesses. When your friends are weak, they know they can rely on you to help them up in those moments. Number two is that we become trustworthy. See, people that make others better become trustworthy. Verse 11 says, if two lie down, they can keep each other warm. See, that you could think that is about like marriage and people sleeping together, but it's actually more than that. What Solomon wants us to see from this is that we need people that in our lives that we can trust with our lives. Would you sleep peacefully next to someone that you think might kill you in the middle of the night? You probably wouldn't do that. And what Solomon wants us to see is that we need to become people that are trustworthy. Are you the kind of person that just loves juicy gossip? Like you're just waiting for the next juicy topic and your friends are all about collecting information? You're pretty much a journalist and you bring the news together and you're sharing them with the whole world? I think it's time we choose to become people that are trustworthy, where people can come to us with the things that they're going through and they know that they can trust us. When they come to us and they can say, This is confidential. Actually, if someone has to say that something is confidential before they speak to you, it's revealing something about you. They need to know that they can trust you with anything, with their addictions, with things that they're going through at home, whatever it may be, and they can know that you're a person that is trustworthy. A person that makes others better is a person who is trustworthy. In verse 12 it says, although one can easily be overcome, two can defend each other. So the third thing is that we become people that make others stronger. Can I ask you a question? Are your friends stronger because you are in their lives? Are you the kind of person that makes your friends stronger? Do you love your friends more than you love to be loved by them? Are you willing to tell your friends the truth for their benefit, to see them step into everything that God has for them? We can become people that comfort our friends with lies. It looks like love, it looks like care, but actually we're not making them stronger. And relationships are built on those tough conversations where you care enough for the person to tell them the truth so that they could step into everything that God has for them. Where you are willing to fight for them, not to fight with them. And what I'm saying is not that you go around being a wrecking ball and you're just destroying every relationship. But what I'm saying is that making others stronger sometimes means that I will tell you the truth so that I could see you step into everything that God has for you. I care for what God has for you more than I care what you think about me. And that's very important, to be the kind of person that makes your friends stronger. I am so grateful for the people in my life that cared enough for me to not leave me where I am, to not comfort me with a lie, but told me the truth so that I could step into everything that God has for them. And the last thing that Solomon says at the end of verse 12, he says, a cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. Well, wait, the whole time he was talking about 2 is better than 1, 1 is better than 2, but then there's a third. And I believe that is a relationship with Jesus. And when we have a relationship with Jesus, when our relationships are not just about what we can get from people and what we can do for them, but we are all wrapped around Jesus and He's that third cord, then we are not easily broken. When we discover a relationship with Jesus, then this becomes easy. When we have a good, solid relationship with Jesus, then we can start to win in our relationship with others. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how you could do this life. I don't know how you could win in relationships without a relationship with Jesus. I am so grateful for Jesus, because in my relationships with people, with my friends, the thing that makes it strong, and I can promise you, I would have destroyed more relationships than I have right now if it wasn't for Jesus. The thing that makes my relationship strong is that we are all wrapped around Jesus. We are all pursuing Jesus, and we are all pursuing the same thing. And that's how we make each other better, because Jesus is the one that's wrapping us, and He's the one that's making us stronger. The same Jesus that would come because He valued friendship with us so much that He would die on a cross and sacrifice His own life so that we could discover a relationship with others. And when we start to win in a relationship with Jesus, when we discover that relationship with Jesus, we can win in our relationship with Jesus, with others. So I want to encourage you, choose your friends wisely. Choose people that make you better. And more than that, become the person who makes others better. And that means you stand in another's weaknesses. You become trustworthy, and you make others stronger. And when we are wrapped around Jesus, that is the game changer. And I am excited for this journey together. Amen.